There's a free AI model sitting on your Mac right now. It works offline with no API keys, and the weird part, Apple shipped it with Mac OS, but until now, getting to it basically meant writing a Swift app. This is Apfel. It lets you talk to Apple's built-in on-device model from your terminal, your code, or even an OpenAI-style local server. I'll show you how to talk to the model you already paid for, and then I'll stack it up against Ollama because you want to know how this even compares. All right, now, yeah, Macs have Apple Intelligence, sure. And buried inside it is an on device language model. It's about 3 billion parameters that lives behind a framework called foundation models. Apple aimed it at app developers. It was never really pointed at you until now. That's what Apfel changes. It's a tiny open source binary, MIT licensed, a few megs of Swift, and it exposes that built in model in 3 different ways. It gives us a CLI, a chat prompt, and the one that is actually really cool, an OpenAI-compatible server running on localhost, all without the need for any kind of API key and racking up any bill. I'm going to run all this in about 60 seconds, then we'll compare it to Ollama to Apfel. If you enjoy coding tools to speed up your workflow, be sure to subscribe. We have videos coming out all the time. Now, watch how little this actually takes. I'm on my Mac M4 Max on a clean terminal, just run brew install Apfel. That's the entire install. It was super quick because no model waits to download. The model is already on your Mac as part of Apple Intelligence. Now I can run this command here, Apfel stream, tell it what to do. Like, what can you do as a language model? Okay, cool. Now let me kill the Wi-Fi so we're fully offline, and I'm going to run again, let's say Apfel stream. I'll do something like teach me the Arabic alphabet. Nice. It streams back token by token, works on a plane, it works with no internet at all. But it doesn't remember, so the follow-up would lack a lot of context. And here's what really gets useful for us as devs. I can use it directly in my shell workflow. For example, I can ask it to write a function and save it straight to a file. I just need to run Apfel. I'm going to write out this function, and then tell it which file it's going to. Now I have a new file with the code already written in it. Super cool. It does add all this weird text, so I have to delete that, which is kind of annoying. I can also feed it existing files. Let's say I have a script and I want feedback. I could run here Apfel f script name and then ask it questions. But the part that I like the most is that it also runs as a real OpenAI compatible server. So I can take the exact same few lines of Python code here. I would normally send to OpenAI, change the base URL and localhost, and it just works. Here's the Python script with a nonsense API key because it doesn't actually need it. I just have to drop in something. I'm going to run the file, and boom. It's the same SDK, just free and fully offline. No data is leaving our machine. So what's really happening here? Well, Apfel isn't running a model. No, it's just a translator. It hands your prompt to Apple's framework and reshapes the answer into what the OpenAI SDK expects. It's why there's nothing to download here. It was almost instant. And that's the clean line between this and Ollama or MLX. Those tools pull down open weight models, gigabytes of llama or quen, and you can swap them, you could shrink them, you can fine tune them. Those are the advantages to that. Apfel does the opposite. It wraps the one model Apple already installed. So think of Ollama as bringing our own equipment, and Apfel as turning the key on to something that's already installed. There's no download, almost no disk, but no choice either. Every eligible Mac already has this. If you have Apple Intelligence, you probably have this. Nothing to install, nothing to manage, there's nothing to update. Now, where does this actually stack up? Why should I be using this, right? Small, sharp tasks like give me the shell command to find something, it prints it. Easy. You could do commit messages from a diff, quick tagging, quick classification, short summaries, the little things that are needed for us, but would really just rack up our cloud bill. This is where this would be really good. And since it speaks the OpenAI API, you can build a whole app offline against it and only switch to the real cloud when you actually ship it. That's pretty cool. Now, here's where I want to be honest about this because everything I just showed you sits under this ceiling. I'll start with the obvious one. It's a 3 billion parameter model. This is not GPT. This is not Claude. It's not even in the same league. And I mean that literally. It nails maybe 75–80% of simple shell one-liners. And then it face plants on math, any multi-step, any remembering context. Match the task to the model and you're fine. But the real wall is the context window of less than 5,000 tokens. Total, your prompt and its answer combined. That's about 1 page. You can't pour a log file into this thing. You can't bolt it against coding sub-agents because a real agent would just burn through everything. That budget would just be reading one small file. Know that 5,000 context window number before you actually build anything on it. Also, Apple wraps the model safety guardrails you can't switch off. There's a permissive mode that softens this, but the leash, everything still belongs to Apple, not Apfel. One last little bit here, because free local AI is only half of it. Apfel itself is actually open source. MIT, take it, ship it. But the model is still Apple's. It lives inside macOS. You can't download it, and you can't run it anywhere but on an Apple machine. So yeah, it's kind of free. Kind of. So who should actually use this thing? Well, if you need real reasoning, you have long documents, anything you're actually building a product on, just stay on the cloud. Claude, OpenAI, it's good. Or you can run a bigger model in Ollama, that's fine. But for the 100 tiny prompts a day that we're doing, this is fine, right? It's private, it's offline, it's already sitting on our Mac, so we can just utilize this. The free tier of local AI used to be a model you download and had to watch. Now it's a model that shipped inside our computer already. If you enjoy coding tips and tricks like this, be sure to subscribe to the Better Stack channel. We'll see you in another video.